What we know about melanoma right now is that increased sun exposure is one of the factors that predisposes someone to having melanoma, but it's also genetic predisposition as well. So in children, it's the amount of time that they're being exposed to sunlight, but also the amount of time that people exposed over a lifetime.
Interesting. You take a holistic approach to your practice, I know.
Yes.
What other factors do you think could be playing into seeing an increase in children with melanoma besides just, being out in the sun and playing like kids do?
Well, we know that medications can cause increased sun sensitivity, specifically medications like NSAIDs, ibuprofen.
Oh, really? Ibuprofen?
Yeah, and aspirin may increase sensitivity. So you have to be very careful with topical solutions. Retinol solutions that are used for acne also increase it, and tetracyclines are known to increase sun sensitivity. But there may be a host of other medications that parents are unwittingly putting their children on.
That's why we wanted to talk a little bit about this segment, because it seems like everybody knows that the sun is dangerous, right? You do see people out with their kids with their UV clothing a lot more. Everyone, I would just, making this assumption, but we talk a lot about sunscreen. So it's interesting to see this jump over the last several years when there's been so much attention on how to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, this particular study showed from 1973 to 2009, there was a 2% increase per year. So that roughly came down to about 15 cases per million in 1973, and in 2009, double that number. So we do know that there's been a significant increase. One of the factors may be that it's not just the sunscreen that someone applies, but whether or not someone gets sunburn damage. And it's that kind of damage, the acute type of damage, that may be the most troublesome.
It's a good thing we're talking about this. Lots of people in the country just coming out of winter, you forget that you haven't seen the sun in a long time, and it's really easy to get a sunburn this time of year. Just real quick, I have to ask you, because of your holistic approach again about all these tanners. There's all the fake tan lotion, fake tanning wipes, you can get the spray tans. There's lots of ways not to actually have so much sun exposure. What are your thoughts on that alternative? Is that safe even for your teenager to do?
Well, right now we really don't know how safe it is to put on artificial chemicals on your skin. I would say that if there is a choice right now between going out and getting a sunburn and putting on some kind of a cosmetic solution on your skin, probably safer to do that. There are natural forms of it as well. And, at the end of the day, what we want to tell people is, prudent amount of exposure to sunlight is probably a good thing. You just want to make sure that you use something with an SPF factor of at least 15 to 30. Wear clothing that obstructs you from the midday sun, which is when the most acute sun rays are. And when you're choosing a suntan solution, you want to make sure it protects you from UVA and UVB light.
Some good advice, because it's almost here, right, Doc? Spring, summer, it's almost
It's a
here.
beautiful day. I know it was cold this morning, but it's beautiful this afternoon.
Okay, see, weather forecaster as well. Dr. Firshein, great to see you. Thank you so much.